What's up YouTube, this is Dragon and this is another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. So let's get to the battle at hand. And man, oh man, I saw a huge political debate in the comment sections yesterday with the PokeGen video. Oh man, wow, so many differing opinions, and like I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that at all. Like I just thought I was gonna upload the video and you know things would be I guess however they were per se, and yeah, I didn't expect that at all. But one thing that I have to say is, oh wow, intimidation. Okay, yeah, that is the thing, and he's gonna use play. Yeah, he is gonna use play rough. So yeah, I can go into my Ferrothorn. Yes. I have just a little bit of what do you call it, defense on this team this time, because I realized I desperately needed it, and I mean really desperately needed it. Didn't realize how much I actually did. Okay, so that's gonna be good. He's gonna hurt himself with the Rocky Helmet, and on top of that, he is also going to hit himself with the Iron Barbs, and he's not going to do very effective damage. And I really hope he hits with the play rough. That would be nice. So, always knock off. Okay. Knocks off my iron bars, but he's still gonna get hit. Still gonna get hit by the Rocky Helmet. It's a bit unfortunate, you know, because you know what's right here in front of me. So let's see. I'm gonna have to go for the Elite Seed. I know he doesn't have Substitute, right? Okay, withdraw. That's cool. Yeah. Let's see. I'm probably thinking the okay, it's the Entei. That is cool. That is cool. And hopefully the Elite Seed hits. Good stuff. The Elite Seed hits. That was definitely needed. Okay, so yes, with the video yesterday, one thing I have to say is, like, I don't have anything at all bad to say about the differing of opinions. It's just that it was like, I'll just tell you my perspective on it. For instance, let's say Azumarill, right? Let's say I wanted to create an Azumarill, and no, okay, this Pokemon can't. Yeah, I should just use Protect, so I get a little bit of health back. Okay, yeah, so let's say I want to create an Azumarill, right? Like, I know all the logistics in Sacred Fire. I know all the logistics in how to create an Azumarill. So that would be, for instance, getting a Pokemon with the specific nature that you want, and giving that Pokemon an Everstone, and then giving the other Pokemon a Destiny Knot, and then passing 5 perfect IVs down to the progeny, and from there, you know, the random mixing of IVs between the 2 different Pokemon will then allocate towards the let's see, Sacred Fire, yeah, compelled there. I don't really want to, but yeah, ooh, withdraw. Didn't expect that. Did not expect that. So, okay, that's good. My opponent withdrew first, but will Intimidate still affect me? You know, I don't know. Will Intimidate still affect me? Yes, it will. No, it won't. That's really interesting. So, should I stay or should I go? My opponent is predicting me to switch. Play rough will kill Conkeldurr. It sure will. But you know what? I'm gonna switch back into Ferrothorn anyway, because it just doesn't. I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling it, man. Like it would be best for me to switch. So yes, okay. So I'm having a battle, and Swords Dance. I should have definitely did something different. But at the very least, let's see, Elite Seed. Okay, this is gonna force my opponent's hand, because that's gonna be at least 24% damage. Okay, play rough. There, he's gonna do some damage to himself, so that's 12% right there. And that's the Iron Barbs, and now the Leech Seed. And I'm predicting my opponent to predict me to use Protect, so I'm not gonna necessarily let me see, go straight for the protect right off the bat. I'm gonna use Stealth Rocks because I want to do some damage to the Entei. So, oh, he goes for the play rough again. Oh, I didn't necessarily expect that. But that's gonna be another 12%. Alright. Oh, okay. So yes, man, I really wish I could focus on what I was saying. Okay, so let's see, is this Pokemon faster than Conkeldurr? Let me check the base speed of this Pokemon. Let me see. Conkeldurr is 207, and let's see. That's 218. Darn it. Oh man. I'm gonna have to do something a bit risky, and yeah, I don't think Mach Punch will be enough. No, Mach Punch won't be enough. So I'm gonna have to go into Crobat and then go for a Brave Bird. I know my opponent is gonna use Sucker Punch. Hopefully that doesn't kill me. Okay. So yes, so like that's my take on it as far as the Pokegening is concerned. I can create the same Pokemon, but it would just be a more tedious experience. And now there's one thing that really stood out. Oh, withdraw. That's cool. Yeah, and also this cold is killing me. It is driving me insane. One thing that really stood out for me is the fact that when, let's see, not very effective. And is this Pokemon scarfed? I don't know. Oh man, if I stay in Brave Bird, like that's definitely. Let's see, and then my opponent's next Pokemon is Entei. Okay, well I have to think about this logically. If he uses, if I go for Brave Bird now, then I'll definitely go for the goal. And you know what? If I switch into my Conkeldurr, who use Thunderbolt, then yeah, actually, well, Conkeldurr would be a more wiser play. Conkeldurr would be a wiser play because I want to be out. Okay, cool. Thunder Wave. All right. Thunder Wave is Prankster. That was. I'm glad that I switched. Okay. So yes, like I can create the Pokemon within the same time span. And right, I was thinking of like the Cresselia, for instance, like with Hidden Power fighting Cresselias. I saw that in the comments as well, and that's something that I was thinking about. And I've never actually, well, at least for the BattleSpot and pretty much all the battles that I've had on this channel so far, I've never really done any battles that would modify like a legendary Pokemon stats like this Thundurus, for instance, so in a way that would, let's see, I'm gonna use knockoff, and okay, T-Bolt, cool. So yeah, I've never modified stats in a way that would put me or my opponent at okay, I could have just went for it. No, I couldn't have gone for it. Damn. Okay, knockoff. Come on, you can do it, Conkeldurr. You can do it. Okay, T-Bolt. And just one knockoff. That's all you need. One knockoff. There we go. There we go. Good stuff. Good stuff, man. So now I can just go for maybe a Mach Punch. Maybe I could just... Please send out Entei. Okay, no. No. It doesn't matter. Because I could go for a Mach Punch here now that I'm paralyzed. And as long as I hit... Sucker Punch. Darn. Wait, my opponent has Sucker... Ah, damn. Damn, I think I see where this is going. Darn it. Ah. Okay, so yeah, like I've never created any like hidden power fighting Cresselias or anything like that. And I do see where that could be unfair, because that's something that's not really, you can't really get a hidden power fighting Cresselia unless you reset your game like a zillion times. Like that's almost impractical. And on top of that, to have like maximum IVs and whatnot, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It really does. And I can empathize with somebody feeling, and wow, that did a lot of damage. I can empathize with someone feeling that that's very unfair. So it makes sense, and that's dead. Will I completely die? It makes sense that somebody would feel that way. Ooh, 4 health left. Yeah, extreme speed. Extreme speed is gonna kill me. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, if I just got that knockoff and that mop punch right then and there, then I could have mop punched this Pokemon, and I would have guaranteed that I would have been able to win with this Brave Bird. Oh, my opponent doesn't have extreme speed. Can I kill with the Brave Bird? And whoa! That is one heck of a close win. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Wow. Wow, man. That is sick. That is sick. Okay. So, now I can focus on what I was saying. So yes, like having a hidden power fighting Cresselia or like a max IV'd Landorus or Thundurus, yeah, I could definitely see how that would be considered unfair, because you can't just go out into the wild and capture a Thundurus or a Landorus and get a Pokemon like that. In essence, like as far as like getting those particular legendary Pokemon are concerned, I can understand how I feel that. I feel that that's unfair. I feel that. Okay? One thing I don't feel that's unfair, because I know is highly probable of doing, is getting like a Crobat, right? Getting Infiltrator Crobat, because you can find a Crobat in the wild that is Infiltrator in a horde, and then you can take that Crobat and chain breed it to give it Brave Bird, and then from there, you know, you can have the IVs and whatnot. And if you just had like 5 IV perfect, you can subtract the special attack IV, and it would be easy to do that, you know. So it would take more time, but it's a very easy thing to do. It's just very tedious. And me personally, I don't really have that much time to go out and create Pokemon with that in such a tedious way. So by me using the power saves in that situation, I still can create a legitimate Pokemon, legitimate stat wise, not legitimate officially as far as one would consider in the aspect of creating a Pokemon, but legitimate in usage, because it matches a Pokemon that's legitimate in a native sense by me creating the Pokemon. But so long story short, I'm getting to the same goal but faster, and my goal isn't to cheat the system or like create a Pokemon that has an extra let's say 512 effort values in a particular stat. One, the power saves doesn't let you do that, which is actually a good thing. I'm glad it doesn't let you do that, because playing a game where people who would cheat in that regard, that's just like the worst possible thing ever. That's not fun at all whatsoever. You know, like it's not a challenge. And the fun that you get when you play Pokemon is because you're challenging yourself, and it's kind of like a game of chess. Like you have 600 and something Pokemon, 4 different moves, multiply that by all the different possibilities from all the different moves, and you have a really fun game. So also in the BattleSpot, they do not let you put Pokemon on there that are not legit. Or at least, when I say not legit, I mean not legit as in battle-wise. Okay, because I definitely accept the notion that when using power saves, you're not creating what one would call legitimate Pokemon. However, you are still getting to the same goal, but quicker. It's just using a third-party device. And honestly, if there were a way in which you can create Pokemon that, well, Nintendo wouldn't do this, but if there was a way that you could create Pokemon that was like specific for battling, and like it just had all the perfect IVs that people would do naturally by breeding or whatnot, and Nintendo had a system of doing that, one, power saves would go out of business. Well, not go out of business because they have other things they do power saving for, but it would make it much easier for people to create the Pokemon that they need and battle. So yeah, that's how I view it. So one thing that I can definitely feel, and I definitely accept that is not fair, is to have a Pokemon like Landorus or Thundurus, which you just can't really get naturally with good IVs, because you would have to reset your game like a trillion times. And then also like having the perfect hidden power ice and hidden power fighting and things like that. Totally understand that. And as ironic as it feels to me, like when, like for instance, I'm thinking about if I created my own Thundurus, I would very much want to have it to have hidden power ice. And the only way for me to do that in a quick sense would be to manipulate the IVs, but it doesn't feel right. It really doesn't feel right. And I'm at a crossroads to consider doing such a thing, because it's something that's not really that practical. I mean, it is something that's possible, but practical in the sense where it wouldn't, instead of like, you know, taking like 3 or 4 hours to breed, it would take like 6 or like a week or 2 to catch, you know. But then again, if you just want a specific IV, but then you'd also want max speed because you need the max speed. So, I don't know. That is something that I do feel. Man. Goodness, like, the legendaries is what makes this really sucky. I just wish Nintendo just had a system in which they said, okay, you want to make a battle Pokemon, like almost similar to Pokemon Showdown. You can create the Pokemon that you want for battling, and then you can have that as like your battle team for the BattleSpot. And then when you want to create your Pokemon, that or when you want to capture Pokemon in the game, then you can use those Pokemon either on the BattleSpot, or you could just use it as a means of capturing all the Pokemon. That would be a perfect solution. Yeah, that would be absolutely perfect, but I don't think Nintendo would ever do that, because that's not really something that would... I don't see Nintendo doing that. I don't. But yeah, that would be the perfect, absolutely the perfect solution. But yeah. Yeah, so that's how I feel about that. And also, just to set the record straight for the people that still feel that no matter what, power saves are just wrong, I totally empathize with what you're saying, because, you know, one would say, why not put in that 3 hours to just breed the perfect Pokemon? You know, why not? I mean, I don't have the time to do it, right? I could do it, but I don't have the... It's not practical. You know, it's not practical, especially for the things that I have to do throughout the day and so forth. But yeah. So, yeah, those are my thoughts on that. And yeah, like, didn't really think I would be talking much about the video yesterday. I just thought I would put it up and, you know, it would just be what it was. But man, like, that was crazy. Like, I think it had like, it was crazy. It was crazy, man. Like, I didn't see that coming. But yeah. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed this video. If you've gotten this far, I'm almost certain that you've enjoyed this video. And I will see you in the next one. Well, see you later.